Hello. Granted, this is my first live, and it took me 10 minutes to figure out how to do it. I don't know if you guys can hear me okay. Please hop into the chat. Let me know where you're logging in from, and please let me know if my audio is good. I'm going to move you a little bit closer. A little bit closer. Okay. Just checking my audio. You guys should be able to hear me in my mic, but today we're going to be talking about developing your spiritual practice. Developing your spiritual practice. So, hi, I'm Mariah. Before I get into all of that, give me 1 second. Okay, before we get into what we're going to talk about today, my name is Mariah. I created Mint Mind. I do meditation content for a bunch of different types of platforms. You probably have seen me on Aura Health. You probably have seen me on Insight Timer. But I wanted to create something that's also free to the public. And I love YouTube. I feel like I'm always on YouTube, really connecting with creators on here. So I wanted to create something that was easy, accessible. You have different types of playlists, but have such a wealth of hypnosis, meditation, bedtime stories. So we're still in the process of building everything up. But today, I really wanted to take some time to talk a little bit more about why developing your spiritual practice and using tools like meditation and hypnosis can really help you, can really benefit you. So there are all different reasons of why having a daily spiritual practice is going to benefit you. You know, having more relaxation in your life, more clarity, therefore being able to sleep better. But spiritual practice always also can strengthen the bond between us and ourselves, between us and whatever we consider is beyond, and also connects us to other people by creating a buffer. That's the majority of what we're going to be talking about today, is creating a buffer between you and the physical world, and different ways of what that might look like for you. So I find that, creating a spiritual practice, especially in the morning, will really help you with preserving a lot of the things that you have within and keeping the soft parts of you soft. I think when we are experiencing a world that can kind of eat at our buffer throughout the day, you know, we have to wear different hats, we have to be different things for different people. Sometimes that can be a little much. So your spiritual practice, starting it in the morning of the day, what are we doing to create that buffer? Throughout the day, what are we doing to continue to thicken that buffer? And then at night, what are we doing to really make sure that that buffer is prepped for the following day? So it's a very intuitive process, and we got to treat it like research. We experiment, we get feedback, and we make adjustments. So different types of spiritual practices. Anything can be a spiritual practice with the right intention. So it's starting the morning. How are we wanting to start our morning? And what are we wanting to do? Questions I like to ask as far as reflection question goes is, what are the soft parts of you that you want to protect throughout the day? Maybe that's your sense of humor. Maybe that's your sense of clarity. Maybe it is your patience. And also, how do you know that, what are the telltale signs that whatever is happening, whatever chaos is going on throughout the day, that you are, whatever chaos is happening throughout the day, what is that causing you to do? What is that causing you to feel? And how is that eating at your buffer? For example, I love patience. And when I don't create a buffer, I notice that I am on edge. I notice I'm extremely impatient, and also kind of disorganized. If I tend to be rushing, right? These are all telltale signs that I need a thicker buffer. And so your reflection questions can start with, what is something within me that I really want to protect? And how can I go about that to create more space between the thing I want to protect and the world? Anything with the right intention can do that, right? So starting your morning, are you protecting your energy? Are you wanting to manifest? Are you wanting to cleanse? And what are the parts that you like about yourself? What are the telltale signs that it's being eaten away? Is it irritability? Is it overwhelm? Yeah, what parts of you are needing protecting? I love to look at spiritual practices through the elements. So, speaking of elements, we have fire, earth, water, and air. There are certain characteristics to each of these elements. Maybe fire is more of empowering, charging, activating. Maybe earth is more grounding, more aligning, nourishing. Maybe water is purging, cleansing, releasing. And maybe air is something like curiosity or inspiration, enlightenment. How are you wanting to start your day? And what energies are you wanting to start your day? Do you feel like you need a cleanse, to purge, to let go of whatever you've been carrying, to open yourself up to the new day? Or are you feeling like, I really want to empower and charge and activate my energy? Are you feeling like, I want to start with inspiration? Or are you waking up in the morning feeling like you need to nourish your body, eat, ground yourself? Practical ideas are, of course, meditation, hypnosis, prayer, mantra work, repeating something over and over again, yoga, moving the body, mindfulness, nature walks, if you're wanting more earth, grounding, nourishing, journaling, gratitude practices. If you're getting into maybe fire or fire and water, cleansing with a little bit of empowerment, maybe candle lighting or smudging, baths for the water element, creating a safe space, something sacred like an altar. And something that I also want to pull into your awareness is that spiritual practices fit you for the time and the period and the place that you're in currently. They might not all. So if you're feeling like, for example, my trigger is overwhelm, if I am feeling overwhelmed, then I know for a fact that I don't have as thick a buffer as I need throughout the day. If I'm feeling a state of overwhelm, I know I need to start editing my spiritual practice. Your spiritual practice changes with time to fit where you are in life. So if you're at a different place in life, your spiritual practice will need to reflect that. If you're adding more on your plate, if you're struggling emotionally, if you're finding yourself constantly in a state of overwhelm, it's going to be a sign that you need to, yes, on the practical side, delegate, assess your stressors, maybe meet up with your boss and say, how can I take some things off of my task list? But also that your spiritual practice needs to compensate for that, needs to be edited. So changing and shifting your spiritual practice to fit you better. Very rarely will we create a spiritual practice that can follow us through different seasons of our life. And especially with a spiritual practice, it's nice to come to it with a sense of being a student And sometimes that requires a shakeup. Sometimes that requires doing something different in order to feel like this is something new and I can lean into full student energy. What can I learn here about myself, the world, about supporting myself, supporting my personality, making sure that I am showing up each day as the full, complete person that I want to be? Great. So, kind of talking a little bit about a summary. Let's summarize what we discussed today. So, spiritual practices, strengthening the bond between you and yourself, you and the world, you and whatever beyond is for you spiritually. But also creating that buffer to make sure that the soft parts of you stay soft, that the things that are happening with outside in the world are not altering or hardening the parts of you that you want to show up as. Reminding you that this is an intuitive process, to treat it like research, to experiment, to get feedback, to make adjustments. And asking yourself the question, how do I want to be starting my morning and what energy? Do we want fire, empowering, charging, activating? Do we want earth, grounding, aligning, nourishing? Do we want water, cleansing, purging, releasing, or air, curiosity, inspiration, enlightenment? We talked about some practical things, lighting candles, taking baths, smudging, meditation, prayer, creating an altar, and that really anything can be used as a spiritual practice with the right intention. What are you wanting to start your day doing? Is this just relaxing? Is it manifesting? Is it a protection? Focus, cleansing? So, yeah, what are the parts of you that you want to protect? Make sure you're showing up as. What are the telltale signs that they're being eaten away? How can you start your morning protecting them? How can you thicken that buffer throughout the day and prepare it at night for the following? And maybe this is a moment to moment thing, right? After we're engaging with others, what's going to help you protect your energy? What's going to help you cleanse your energy? What foods make you feel earth, fire, air, water? And lastly, just noting that spiritual practices need to change with time. If you find yourself falling off your meditation mat or just kind of doing away with your yoga practice or just whatever spiritual practices have worked for you in the past, if they're not working now, it's probably just because you're in a different state of life, different stage. You need different things. And that's totally fine. It might not necessarily mean that you don't like meditation these days or whatever. It might just mean it needs to be edited, needs to be changed. Doesn't mean you're not a spiritual person. Just no longer is resonant for you. So that's kind of the summary. I am considering doing lives weekly on YouTube, just to kind of connect with my local audience here. And still learning the technical elements of it behind the scene, but I'm grateful to connect with you. I'm so thankful for every single one of you. I think we are almost at 100 subscribers, if not 100 already. And I'm just grateful to have this platform that we can connect. I want to feel more personable on here. I want to feel like you guys can tell me what you're wanting from the channel and it actually be heard. I love doing polls and getting a sense of what you guys are wanting, because at the end of the day, this is for you. I'm being of service to you. So are you having trouble sleeping? Put it in the chat. Are you struggling waking up in the morning? Put it in the chat. What are you needing? How can I support you? Is it a matter of, Mariah, I just need a bedtime story. I need to close my eyes, shut my brain off. Is it I need some deep hypnosis on confidence because I'm having a hard time at work? Or is it, I really want to wake up in a state of really harnessing that today is a new day, that I'm a different person, so that I don't bring anything from the past into my next 24 hours. So feel free to engage with me in my community and let me know how I can support you. What kind of content are you wanting? Just some ideas for lives. Of course, we can do meditation. Of course, we can do sound bowls. We can do kind of one-on-one talks, lectures. I have all different types of lives that I do for Aura, a meditation app that I work for, and on top of that, Insight Timer. But YouTube is that little sweet spot. I love the community here on YouTube, and I'm so grateful to be connected with each and every one of you. So thankful for is it 99 or 100 of you guys who have been supporting this channel. And I will always reiterate that you are helping it grow. You are an integral part in what this channel looks like. And that comes from your needs and what you want. All right, so send you guys lots of love. I am sending hearts your way. Feel free to join me next week. I'll probably throw another live out here to connect with every single one of you guys that want to connect here. And yeah, if you've got issues, if there are things that you want to talk about, you can jump into the chat. And this is really just 30 minutes that I'm setting aside each week to be together, for us to be together. All right. Sending lots of love, lots of kisses, and I'll see you guys next week.